She's being rude.
Don't disagree.
I don't know what to say when I'm next to her because she's trying to bite me. So, flies are pretty disgusting. They can get onto some gross stuff, and then our food, or even us, they can transmit diseases, and quite often they bite as well. But what good do they do? Well, if you like chocolate, then you actually like flies as well. Cocoa is pollinated by a few species of biting midge, and without those flies to pollinate the flowers, you wouldn't have the cocoa beans which you need to make the chocolate. So they're actually pretty helpful. But aside from that, you get loads of species that pollinate flowers and other plants around the world and the UK. In the world, there are more than 160,000 species of fly, and the ones we don't know could range into the millions. 7,000 of those are found in the UK, and quite a lot of those are really important pollinator species. So flies feed on liquids, the juicy fluids from animal dung, and more often than not, sugary fluids like nectar from flowers of trees and other plants. And the ones that bite are aiming to get some blood. And the ones that you can see around the eyes of animals like horses and cows are trying to get the tears from their eyeballs, and sometimes maybe even sweat. But these biting flies can be really annoying, and quite a lot of the time they'll try and get people as well. So it can be a real pain for animals like the horses that don't have the arms to swat them away from their faces. And as a result, they get covered in flies around their eyeballs. So what is a fly? Well, they're all organisms that are part of a group called Diptera, which in ancient Greek means a pair of wings or two wings. And that means that they're different from butterflies and wasps and bees because all of those groups have got four. Now, the reason I'm in this garden is to help me find a crane fly to try and demonstrate some of these characteristics. They have a life cycle that involves the roots of grass and other plants, so you're really likely to find them somewhere like this. So Diptera means a pair of wings, but what we see if we look closely is that flies like the crane fly have actually got two appendages just behind those. Now these two small appendages, these two limbs, are there to act as gyroscopes. They move around while the fly is flying, and they help to counterbalance the movement so that it can evade things much faster. And this is one of the reasons why flies are really good at acrobatics and can easily evade the hand of a human. So one of the reasons that we don't like flies is because we know that they've probably been in some pretty disgusting places before coming to our food or touching us. But if we really think about that, that's actually a good thing. If we didn't have all of these flies decomposing all of the dead and decaying matter on the ground, it would be piling up everywhere. So what we see with all of this information is that flies are actually pretty good for the environment. After clearing away all of the dead stuff, pollinating all of our food plants, we realize that they're quite helpful and we need to keep them around. Apart from when there's a mosquito flying around in your bedroom, I mean, that's a matter of life and death. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching my video, I really appreciate it. If you'd like to watch more of my videos or would like to watch content from other up-and-coming wildlife filmmakers, presenters and scientists, then make sure to subscribe to Wildlife Exposed TV YouTube channel.